What if I told you that your body has the ability to heal itself? That you're not actually helpless and hopeless in this world that tells you you need to depend on everything outside of you to find health within. We're experiencing a paradigm shift around the world right now. We're finding that we no longer have to depend helplessly and hopelessly on everything outside of us. But we have all the resources and all the tools to experience balance and health within our bodies once again.
I don't care what anyone says. All I can tell you is this: it's changed my life so much. It literally saved me.
I said, tell me about your experience. They told me about a friend of his who had Parkinson's and how they went in for this session and felt better. And after 3 or 4 days, there was no tremor.
Are you ready to experience what this technology has to offer you?
When I came last time, I had split the tendon in my wrist. It was burning all the way up to here. I was unable to move my arm at all, just had to hold in this position. After 4 hours in the energy, I can move my arm and there's no burning.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I'm 18 years old with autism and I'm a senior in high school. I am coming here because I seek help with my brain and my communication. Ever since I walk out of quantum healing, my speech is more clear, people understand me better, and I have a sharper and more focused mind.
You know, broke 5 vertebrae in my hand. I heard them say she's gonna be, we think she's gonna be paralyzed. I can tell you that the first day spending in the room, I could feel, maybe tingling would be a word. And immediately the most tingling would be in the areas where the fractures were.
I don't know what else I would have ever done had I not found this, because I was essentially running into a position where I wasn't going to have much time left.
Hi, I'm Michael Scaler. I'm the CEO of Energy Enhancement System, or as most of you know it, EES System. So the technology is quite intricate in general, but simple at the same time. The basic scalar theory is opposing electromagnetic fields create a cancellation effect or phase conjugate wave pairs. This is the part that normally goes over people's heads, but you could think about it as 2 negative things colliding and making a positive. It's a transformational collision of energy that creates kind of implosion, explosion, that creates scalar fields.
I am Dr. Sandra Rose Michael, and I've taught holistic health for over 45 years. And out of my research in applied integrated biophysics, I invented the true bioscalar fusion technology known as the Energy Enhancement System, or the EES system. And it's really developed for enhancing that light force and life force energy for the body. This technology has been used to disrupt, destructive, detrimental fields have been used where the body is in constant compensation, taking all its energy just to cope with a hostile environment, as we've been living in electrosmog, but radiation, and EMF, ELF, and a total polluted environment of all the toxins in the air, the food, the water.
There's actually a plethora of different things going on with the technology. So we're utilizing scalar fields, and then we are embedding on those with other things like biophotonics, which the layman's term would be color therapy. And then what you're seeing scrolling on the screen is actually what we call cellular communication. We're actually trying to talk to your body, talk to your mind, all spheres of your existence to optimize and be better at whole. If you can reach a higher level of anything, then you continue to ascend towards higher and greater things.
We want to support that light force, life force energy, because as we can activate the light at the core of the DNA, and as we then radiate light, nothing that is not of that light can affect us. So that's what the technology is developed for, but also to take technology that was used in the past for detrimental and destructive means to to take that energy and create a total transmutation of energy into beneficial, into coherent, life force enhancing energy. Some of the side effects of scalar is it moves at superluminal velocity, which means beyond the speed of light. So that's part of what it does. It's a scalar vortex that creates coherence, which is a very, very important principle where there's coherence in the body, along with that superluminal velocity of movement. That's your cell signaling, and it's enhancing an entire environment within us and around us.
Obviously, the color therapy side of things is quite simple, quite old, but we're combining it with a bunch of different things that make it more conducive to all things being healthy in the body. And I like to say body, mind, and spirit, because everything as a sphere is very important to focus on. When you focus on just one thing, then sometimes things become out of balance. And with the technology, we see that all things come into balance, which is really the most important part, is balance. And that's ultimately what we're trying to achieve. The technology, while it's creating the scalar fields, is also throwing photons or light, which is coming off the screens. People ask, why are the screens there? As well, we're using those to generate biophotonics. And then the fun thing is, with the collision of photons, you get really unique effects. We're not speeding anything up here, but we are colliding photons, which creates its own little unique phenomenon that's basically cutting edge physics even now to this very day. That is literally the top tier of physics, is collision of photons. So we're doing that on a small, non-sped up scale, creating our own little mini God particles. That's part of the magic with the technology. When it comes to uptake from the body of the technology, your skin is the largest organ. So people go, do I need my eyes open? And you really don't. To absorb color and light, your body will uptake it. So with the color, your skin is fine, and no, you don't need to get naked. I constantly get asked this. You can go out in the sun with a long sleeve and still catch vitamin D just off of your face and your hands. It's a similar concept to photosynthesis with the color therapy and the technology. Obviously, if your eyes are open, you're going to absorb some of that. But when your eyes are closed, you are actually internalizing energy and you're reserving energy. Sometimes it's better to really close your eyes, go deep, meditate, find peace within yourself while you're in an optimal, healthy environment.
Let's say you have knee pain. Okay, that knee pain is something that you're experiencing physically, but there's a spiritual root there. There's a lesson to learn from. And that knee pain, until you learn the lesson, I don't care what you do and how advanced anything is, cannot actually take that away from the root, because the root is not the physical knee pain. The root is the spiritual lesson behind it. So when you're going to these centers around the world and you're experiencing this, in my opinion, and I'm going to generalize, but in my opinion, the difference between person A and person B with the same condition, one walks out completely different than the other, is that one was more connected to understanding that lesson, spiritually speaking, and the other was still stuck on the physical. So I ask you guys, when you go to these centers and when you do anything in life, it's not just with EES technology, it's with everything in life. Understand that your pain is a manifestation of something deeper. Solve it from the root and it will not return. Solve it from the branch and it may go away temporarily, but it will come back, maybe not in the same way, but in a different way. Because if you have a tree with a poisonous seed, you can cut the branches off all you want. The branches are going to keep growing. They're going to look different. They're still going to have the same poison.
Recreating the same until you change the consciousness, the thought.
A lot of people have a lot of different ideas of what diet means. You speak about having a good diet in regards to this protocol, to have this technology work in the way that we're seeing it work in many people around the world. What do you mean by diet?
Life comes from life. So you don't get more aliveness by putting in more dead stuff, whether that's your box packaged or fast food, because that's all has neurotoxins and things to keep you addicted to keep buying it. Clean up the diet. Wherever a person's at, for one person it might be just doing an upgrade of some sort. For another person it's going to be fasting. Drinking a lot of water is key. And then also, you can't expect to be super healthy if you're still poisoning yourself. And the worst is, quit paying to poison yourself, because you're accountable. What are you investing in? Your greatest investment is your own health. If you don't have your health, what good is your wealth? This is the most important investment. So buy organic. You support the local organic farmers versus the big food conglomerates.
So organic, alive foods, more on the raw side of the equation?
And if you're not doing organic, you're literally paying to poison yourself.
Can you speak more about the salt baths and the detox?
When the body has more energy, it wants to clean house. Nothing does what a bath does, because the skin is the largest organ of illumination. is the third kidneys. So you want to take all the stress off the kidneys. As the body's trying to push the toxins out, if you don't do the salt bath, it might reabsorb some of them because it's not getting out fast enough. And the salt, and this is not Epsom salt, we get that question every single day. That's not really a salt, it's magnesium sulfate.
What salt are you talking? Sea salt.
And the protocol we recommend is drinking a lot of water.
Hi there, my name is Christine, and I'm here to share with you about my experience of being in the system at the Etheric Alignment Studio in Mississauga. And I came because I had a couple of things going on in my body and preferred to go to the holistic route. I'm heading into my third evening of sessions, which will put me up to almost 40 hours. And the way that I've been feeling since I've come is profoundly different, very much in alignment, so much more in my wellness. It has me thinking twice about what I'm putting in my body. There's a wonderful protocol to have a lovely bath afterward to help to detox your body from the system. I definitely feel so much more in healthy alignment, and dreaming is profound, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I invite you to come and check it out. Ellie's amazing, and yeah, good luck on your healing journey.
Hello, my name is Anthony Vergalito, and I'm here in Mississauga at the Etheric Alignment Studio. And originally I came because I had a severe problem. I had diagnosed with cancer, which I was previously misdiagnosed. It was supposed to only be a cyst. Unfortunately, when they did the operation, it didn't go very well. But when I've been coming to the clinic here, it actually started healing my chronic back pain. I had a motorcycle accident about 16 years ago and had chronic back pain. And after I did the overnight session, it disappeared. And eventually the story gets better. I did a little bit more intensity here in the studio. And when I got my MRI done, because they weren't able to get rid of all the cancer, it was wrapped around the nerves. So they're asking me to go in for radiation treatments. And when I got my MRI done, the cancer was 100% removed. So not only did it help me, with my back pain, it's helping me with my tennis elbow that I've had probably for 2 years now from going to the gym and pushing too much weight. And the first thing that I noticed, it actually enlightened me. It took all the stress away from my work and from my life. And then after that is when I noticed that it actually started healing my body.
My name is James, and I'm at the Etheric Alignment Studio in Mississauga. An incredible place with some incredible results as a result of the EES system that I first was introduced through Jason. Before coming here, I had a few problems, bordering on fairly serious, with diabetes, high blood pressure, and a liver dysfunction, the start of it. Since coming here, I came for 3 visits. First, I came for 3 consecutive visits, Tuesdays, 2 hours the first 2, and 4 hours the second, so 8 hours. And in that time here in the studio and in front of the systems, I've had phenomenal results. My blood sugar now is pretty normal. I no longer have the pains I did on my side with my liver, and my blood pressure is going down rapidly. The other effect that happened that I didn't expect was psychic phenomena. I had some psychic ability, nothing like I have now. I did not expect that. So this is quite a, I mean, the world is waiting for this, has been for a long time, and it's here now. So please come and visit the studio in Mississauga. It's phenomenal, and deeply recommend this.
Hi, my name is Naomi. I live in Toronto, and this is my third visit at the Etheric Alignment Studio in Mississauga. And I just wanted to leave my testimonial because I've had such wonderful results. A few weeks ago, I was diagnosed with acute anemia. I'm going through some perimenopause, and the hemorrhaging caused severe blood loss and iron loss. So I was recommended an emergency blood transfusion and iron transfusion. But after reading about all the allergic risks and the stress on the organs, I just looked into other options. And coming here, it was just a godsend because my blood work resulted in a really increased amount of both iron and blood production. And when I heard my doctor say, whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it, I knew that I was on the right track. Plus the bonus is just increased relaxation, well-being, more vivid dreams, just all around wonderful.
Hello, it is Anthony Virgolito and my mom, Carmelina Virgolito. We're here in Mississauga at the Etheric Alignment Studio. And I previously did a testimonial on how it cured my cancer. And we wanted to do a brief testimonial with my mom. She wasn't coming as often as I was, but we're getting her in more often now because we've seen some positive results. She had varicose veins since she was very young, maybe like 30, 35 years old. She's like 78 years old now. And immediately we noticed that they were gone. And she also was going to the bathroom maybe, she says every half an hour, but I think it was maybe every hour, and she couldn't sleep at nighttime. And it helped her, and it actually helped me as well. I used to go maybe 3 times, 4 times a night. Now I'm going maybe once or the most twice, depends on how much water we drink. And it also has been helping her walk as well. She was dragging her feet, and now she's actually moving them. And we're going to be bringing her more often. She has a shoulder problem, and we're hoping that it's going to resolve her shoulder problem as well.